Hi, welcome back. This week I'd like to start by having you read an essay by Brian Grazer. Grazer is a very successful Hollywood film producer and is best known for his work on films like Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, and the TV series 24. In fact, Time magazine once put Grazer's name on their list of the top 100 most influential people in the world. His essay is titled Disrupting My Comfort Zone, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you think of Grazer in your essay response assignment for this week. Grazer's essay is a particular kind of writing that most English composition instructors would call illustration writing. But don't let the name fool you. This type of writing has nothing to do with drawing or painting. Illustration writing is all about making a statement or main point about something and then using examples to support your idea. You should already be somewhat familiar with this type of writing because most of the essays you've read in this course are in fact examples of illustration writing. Each essay starts with a main point or idea, followed by examples and details that support the main point. For example, in the Heidi Halverson essay, Letting Yourself Make Mistakes, Halverson's main point is that you should give yourself permission to screw up. She supports her idea with details like, studies show that when people are allowed to make mistakes, they are significantly less likely to actually make them. We approach most of what we do with one of two types of goals: be good goals and get better goals. The pressure to be good results in many more mistakes and far inferior performance. In the essay Happiness, Michael Crichton's main point is that if you want to be happy, forget about yourself. He uses a variety of examples and details to support his main idea. As a rule, nothing you lack now will make you happy when you get it. Buying things doesn't make anybody happy. People dedicated to something other than themselves are the happiest people in the world. In the essay, Want to Improve Your Writing, Rob Flynn's main point is there is no simpler way to improve your writing than by reading. This is followed by examples and supporting details. What should you read? Whatever interests you. By reading the words of professional writers, your brain unconsciously absorbs the way in which those words are used and assembled. Now it's your turn to try your hand at illustration writing. First, you'll need to choose a topic. This can be anything you like. Your topic can be related to college, sports, family, or a hobby. Next, you'll need to write a sentence that represents your main point. Then start making a list of the supporting details and examples that you might want to use in your paper. Here's an example. Let's say I've chosen the topic of renovating houses. The main point I'd like to make in my paper is that renovating an old house might be a better option than buying new construction. So I'll put my main point in a complete sentence to read like this. Renovating an old house gives homeowners a chance to own a high-quality home that might otherwise be too expensive to build. Notice that my main point is also called the topic sentence, which I will use at the beginning of my paper. Now I'm going to start listing the different examples and details I'll use to support my topic sentence. Old houses were often built with higher quality materials than are used in new homes today. If maintained properly, an older house can last almost indefinitely. For example, the White House in Washington, D.C. was built in 1792. Even with proper maintenance, the lower quality grade of materials used will drastically reduce the lifespan of new homes. Now that I have my topic sentence and a good list of supporting details, I'll put them together in a one-page document. Be sure to see the sample illustration paper I've included in this module, which you can use as a guide for writing your own paper. Also note that I've included some research I've done on the topic, which might be something you'll want to include in your paper to make your writing more informative. So to review, your first step is to choose a subject or topic, decide on your main point or idea related to that topic, and then write a topic sentence. In step 2, you'll make a list of the examples and details you might want to use to support your main point. In step 3, you'll bring everything together, your topic sentence, and your supporting details to create a complete one-page document. Be sure that your paper includes a topic sentence, which should be the first sentence of your paper, complete sentences that describe your supporting details, and at least one reference to some research you conducted to find out more about your topic. As with all the paper assignments in this course, you must use the following formatting guidelines. Your paper must be a Microsoft Word document. Set the font to Times New Roman, 12-point, and double-spaced, and write a minimum of 1 page. Again, be sure to see the sample I've provided in this module, which you can use as a guide for your own paper. Good luck on the assignment, and let me know if you have any questions about illustration writing. In this week's grammar quiz, I'd like to continue exploring some of the most commonly misused words in the English language. If you recall from last week, we looked at commonly confused words like there, and there, affect and effect, to and to, fewer and less, and further and farther. This week we're going to explore a few more, like lay and lie, then and than, accept and accept, should of and should have. Let's start with lay versus lie, which are probably the most misused words of them all. We often hear people say, "I'm going to lay down on the couch," which might sound okay to the ear, but according to the rules of English grammar, this is incorrect. The correct way to write this sentence is, "I'm going to lie down on the couch." So what is the problem here exactly? The word lay is a verb which needs what's called an object to make a complete sentence. One way to fix the problem is to simply add an object to the sentence. I'm going to lay my books down on the couch. I'm going to lay my cat down on the couch. I'm going to lay my blanket down on the couch. Or I'm going to lay myself down on the couch. Now this might sound a little awkward, but it's the grammatically correct way to write the sentence. Another way to fix the problem is to simply change the word lay to lie, which is a noun, and doesn't require an object. I'm going to lie down on the couch. In another example, the sentence, Marie likes to lay around the house, is grammatically incorrect. However, we can easily fix the problem by simply changing the verb lay to the noun lie. Marie likes to lie around the house. This is grammatically correct. How about this sentence? Please lay beside me. People often phrase this sentence this way, but it's grammatically incorrect. The sentence should read, please lie beside me. Another example of misused words are the words then and than. Remember that the word then means something that happens next. For example, first I'm going to take a shower, then study for the test. Let's call Steve, then go to the party. Andrew lost his temper, then started yelling. Let's take a break and then start again. In contrast, the word than is all about showing how two things are different. For example, I like chocolate ice cream more than strawberry. I'm less tired today than yesterday. It takes more courage than brains to be successful. I love you more than ever. The words accept and accept are often used incorrectly in a sentence. The word accept means to receive something. The word accept means to exclude or leave out. Let's look at some examples. I will accept your apology, meaning I will receive your apology. We accept Visa and MasterCard only. Should we accept their invitation to the party? Everyone got invited to the party except Andrew. I'm here every day except Friday. Nothing else mattered except that she was alive. Our last set of misused words for this week include should've, could've, would've. These words are very common in student writing, but unfortunately, they are grammatically incorrect. For example, you might often read, I should have studied harder for the test. I could have passed if I hadn't been so tired. I would have slept longer if I could have. To correct the problem, simply replace the word of with the word have. I should have studied harder for the test. I could have passed if I hadn't been so tired. I would have slept longer if I could have. This week's grammar quiz will give you a chance to test what you've learned about the misused words we've just explored. Well, that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions about the assignments in this module. Take care, and I'll see you again next week.